So socialism is making quite the comeback right now in everyday conversation online as well as on TV. And I know I'm not the only one sick of it because Scott Jennings over at CNN smoked one of their resident socialists over the Democrats' tax plan. Take a look.
Right now, the biggest bright line, and you're going to see this argued for weeks between the Republicans and the Democrats, other than immigration, which is huge, is on taxes. President Trump wants to cut them, the Democrats want to raise them, and the Republicans need to get behind the commander-in-chief and do it.
No. Democrats do not want to raise taxes.
Yes.
Democrats do not want to raise taxes. I just want to say that right.
Well, they want to raise taxes on rich people.
Well, on rich people.
True.
So,
People with jobs.
so like your friends like Elon Musk and Donald Trump and all of those
Who?
people.
What people? Give me an idea.
Like your friends, like Elon Musk. They're the ones.
Agree, my friend. But
Yes.
who else? I'm just trying to decide who's rich.
Who's rich? Your friends.
No, this is the big problem
These
for
are your
Democrats.
friends.
You can never define who's rich.
I'm
'Cause
telling
when
you exactly, your
because,
friends.
Because
I
when you come right down to it, what Democrats believe is that anyone who pays taxes is rich enough to have them increased. If you vote against this bill, then the tax cuts will expire, and everybody with a job who pays taxes, their tax will go up. That is a Democrat position, is it not?
Scott Jennings nails it on the head there. They cannot define what is rich because at the end of the day, all of this comes down to envy. If someone, this is according to Democrats, if someone makes more than you, they deserve to be taxed to infinity. And it's the reason why Bernie Sanders, for example, his whole slogan is tax the billionaires. It's not tax the multimillionaires because Bernie Sanders is worth like $20 million. We're good. Don't go above 20 million. That's the rule because I made 20 million. That's what Bernie Sanders says. Nobody wants to be taxed, so they always say, just tax the person right above me. Doesn't matter how much money you've made. On the left, this is what every person thinks. Every person thinks that they are the victim of someone who has made more money than them. That is the whole dogma. And the real secret to wealth, this is what people who are actually wealthy realize, the real secret to building wealth is to stop being a greedy leech like that lady on CNN and get to work, create value, good ideas. In any case, the reason this is all being brought up right now is because of the tax cuts. Because what we have right now, Trump gave us the tax cuts at the end of 2017. They're fantastic. I'll talk about them in a second. They're astounding. And they expire this year unless Congress renews them. And if they're not renewed, then everyone's taxes is going to go back to the Obama era taxes. And the lie from Democrats right now is that the tax cuts only help the wealthy. And that is just not true. We're going to dispel it right here. Here are the real tax cuts that he passed. And remember, if these don't get renewed, we're going to go back to what they used to be. So the first one, and again, you can decide for yourself, does this help the rich or not? The corporate tax is the first one. And I have to say, some of these stun me. The corporate tax went from a progressive system like the income tax to, and the top was being 37%, and it went down to a flat rate of 21%. So that's massive, but that's corporate and people don't care about that quite as much. This is where it gets personal. This is for individual people. The child tax credit doubled from $1,000 to $2,000. In other words, in 2016, under Obama, if you had 4 kids, you got a $4,000 tax credit. Today, you get $8,000 because of Trump. And again, that would go back to $1,000 if this wasn't renewed. Almost every income tax bracket went down as well. All the lower ones went down. If your tax bracket was 14%, it's 12% now. Everyone's taxes went down. And here's the real doozy, guys. This is the one that really surprised me. The standard deduction doubled all the way. The standard deduction, for those of you who don't know, is an amount of money that the government will basically take off of your taxable income every year when you file your taxes, regardless of your actual deductions. So let's just say you deduct $4,000. Those are your charitable contributions, your mortgage interest, and you deduct it. Even if it's only $4,000, it doesn't matter. You can then use the standard deduction instead and get a $15,000 deduction or $15,000 off of your taxes if you don't itemize them. And that used to be, not instead of $15,000, it used to be $7,500. So that is huge. That is huge, especially not for rich people, because rich people are going to itemize their deductions. That's for middle-class Americans who use the standard deduction anyway because they don't meet above it. So they're not going to itemize it. So that's massive. And frankly, guys, again, upon reviewing these numbers, I was shocked about how I always knew the tax cuts were good. I was a fan of them. Obviously, I want them renewed because I'm a normal free market conservative. But upon reviewing them, they completely stunned me how massive they were. If these went back, we would go into a full-blown recession. No question. All companies have it baked in that this is the tax rate, regardless of the fact that it hasn't been renewed yet. They just believe that it's going to happen. And luckily, again, somehow the narrative has changed. Let's tax the rich and let's stop giving these tax cuts to the rich. It's not a tax cut just to the rich. This is a tax cut for everybody on paper. Fortunately, it would be so colossally awful if this didn't pass that it is almost certain it will be passed because Congress would be screwed, both the Democrats and Republicans. So just remember, though, this is the important part, is that Democrats would rather tax you double this year and call Republicans dictators than actually just be honest, tell you how it is, and give you a tax cut. Hey guys, I'm excited to announce that I'm officially rolling out my new Substack. If you didn't know, Substack is simply a newsletter that allows me to share daily news with you guys in your email, as well as my opinions on it and commentary. It's completely free to you if you subscribe, and you can cancel anytime. In addition to news and commentary, I'm also going to be showing all the behind-the-scenes stuff and the inner workings of the show, as well as it has direct chat between you guys and myself so we can bounce political ideas off each other and interact directly. So you can go check it out right now, guys. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel so that the YouTube overlords will share this video with other good patriots like yourself, and you can check out another video right here.